I have to ask about what I think is the most interesting approach you bring to managing a firm, which you call being radically open-minded, having radical transparency, and bringing about thoughtful disagreement. Tell me how that developed, because that doesn't seem to be the way most of corporate America operates.
That's our edge.
Your edge is thoughtful disagreement.
Doing that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me give you one sentence. I want an idea of meritocracy. In other words, I want the best ideas to win.
As opposed to where it comes from.
Right. I don't have to be it doesn't have to come from me. I just want the best decisions to be made. And I want to, what I want is to have meaningful work and meaningful relationships. A meaningful work meaning you're on a mission together, and those relationships are deep and meaningful, and they're high quality. They're a reward in and of themselves, and they make an organization more effective. So an idea meritocracy, I'll get it out in one sentence. An idea meritocracy in which the goals are meaningful work and meaningful relationships through radical truthfulness and radical transparency. Radical truthfulness means say what you're thinking, and others will say the same, and let's get away from the behind the scenes and the politics of it. And the radical transparency means most people can see most everything so that they can form the opinions of what's going on themselves, independent thinking. And that builds trust. First of all, it cuts through the notion of politics and bureaucracy. By everybody being able to see most things, you build trust. And you're dealing with most things without the blur of hiding stuff that's in people's heads. And in the investment business, I think it's particularly especially important. I think it's also in entrepreneurs it's especially important because you have to have the independent thinking. In the markets discount the consensus. So whatever the consensus is in the price. So in order to be successful in the markets, you have to think differently than from the consensus, and you have to be right. And in order to have that, you have to have independent thinkers. And when you have those differences in independent thinkers, if you can work that through thoughtful disagreement, you have the art of thoughtful disagreement. If you work that through, you raise your probabilities of getting at the best answer. And that's been a very, very powerful thing. And it also builds trust, and it builds better relationships. Because trust comes from, operating in organizations that have this politics. It's all behind the scenes. Everybody gives them high fives, and they're all happy and so on, and they talk behind each other's backs. Right. So that's been, it's been a big deal for us.